Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Yummy Candy 704. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and I hope you enjoy my videos. So today I have had a highly requested video topic of knowing the difference between a 13x4 frontal, a 360 frontal, as well as a lace closure. So if you are interested in knowing more about the pros and cons of the difference between these type of wigs or type of closure pieces, keep on watching. Okay, so the reason that I really wanted to do this video is because I definitely dread the buyer's remorse. I would hate for one of my clients to purchase a unit from me, or even someone who randomly goes to my website and purchases a unit, but they don't know how to install it, or they have no idea what they purchased. So to prevent that buyer's remorse, I wanted to jump online and really discuss the difference between all of the different wigs and sew-in options that you have, the pros and cons, and what is best for a beginner. So the first thing that I want to talk about, which is the most common, is the 4x4 lace closure. If you are a beginner just now starting to wear wigs, this is what I recommend. This is the easiest thing. So what it is, it's a lace piece that is 4 inches long and 4 inches across. So this allows you to have that parting space, to have that natural look, or if you want a left part, a right part, or a middle parting area. So this is the easiest thing to do. It does not require any glue, any tape, any kind of lace adhesive. This is one of those for those people who want to take their units off every night. If you know, it's optional for you to remove your unit every night and put it back on the next morning. So this is something, this is my favorite. So I just don't have time to do a lot of the things that a frontal takes every single day. And I don't like to sleep in my units either. So, you know, this is the easiest thing to do. So I'm going to show you one of my personal units. So this is one of my personal units here, and it actually has the 4x4 lace parting area here. So it allows me to have a middle part on this unit. I can move the part, whether it is on the left side, right side, I can move that part, and I'm easily able to just take this unit off. I'm sorry guys, my dog just came in here and licking my arm. Go out, go. I'll take you out in a minute, okay? No, go. I need you to go, Mika. No, I'll take you out in a minute. You waited until I did my YouTube video. Go. You waited until I started recording. Lay down. Okay, sorry about that guys. Alright, so this is something I can take on and off every night and just sit it on my mannequin head. I usually have combs in it. All my other units have combs in it. I'm not sure why this one doesn't. I may not need it. But this has elastic bands here where I can actually adjust the whether it's too tight, or if I need to loosen it up if it's too tight, and if I need to adjust it to make it tighter. So that is what I love about the lace closure pieces. So that's that one. So that's the benefits of it. Now as far as the pros or cons, I'm sorry, of it, it doesn't allow you to have a lot of parting space. So like I was saying, you only have this section of parting. So you can't have a deep side part with these. So that is to me, the only con of it, is that you can't have that deep side parting, and you actually can't, you know, if you had a wig or whatever, you can't put it up like this. You do have to wear it in the style that it comes in. So that is all. But, you know, again, if you are a beginner, this is what you need to get, okay? So again, this is all lace. All of the pieces are lace. Now, also, they do not come, you know, a lot of them come in different, you have to definitely do your research on the vendor that you're getting it from to make sure the lace itself is the tint that you need. If you do not get one that's your complexion, so let's be clear. If you are darker complected, have darker skin tones, this lace will be very detectable across your forehead because your scalp may be darker, a little bit darker than what the lace is. So I'm going to get into that later about how to go about tinting your lace if you need to tint the lace, okay, to make it darker. I even have to tint the lace on all of my closures. Any of the lace, it is very detectable even on me because the lace is so light, okay? So let's jump into the 13 by 4 lace frontal. Okay, so the 13 by 4 lace lace frontal is this right here. Now this one came a little bit pre-customized. So these are the way you would get it in the mail from or purchasing it. So guys, you have to understand, they don't come already, you know, most of them do not come already customized. And what I mean by customized, that means plucking the hairline, making these baby hairs. Most frontals do not come that way. And even if they do say that they're pre-customized, you still have to go in and customize it a little bit more. So no one's hairline, okay, this is called pre-customized. So as you can see, no one's hairline is that perfect waviness right there. Okay, you do have to customize it to your own personal hairline. Then this one comes with supposed baby hairs. But look how long these baby hairs are. These baby hairs are super long, so you do have to cut them to make it look more realistic. And this is also one that you have to tint the lace if you are either my complexion or even darker. So a lot of people may hear what is the term or what the phrase bleaching the knots or bleaching the knots are. What happens is when these are made, there's actually each strand of hair has a little knot that shows up in the hairline and when you're parting it. So if you don't bleach those, it looks like little black dots all over your scalp. So if you want to have a parting space, you want to make it look as natural as possible. So what we do is bleach. We put bleach all on the inside of this, hair bleach on the inside of this, and remove the color from the dark dots so that when you go to part your hair, it looks a little more closer to your scalp. So that is what that means. Now keep in mind, there is a charge for each service. So if you say I want a frontal, this is how you're going to get your frontal. It's not already going to be customized. Okay? If you're wanting your lace tinted, if you're wanting your knots bleached, if you're wanting your hairline plucked to look more realistic, if you're wanting baby hairs to look more realistic, that is a charge for each thing. These typically run anywhere between $100 to $150, sometimes up to $200. So make sure you are getting a good quality frontal, and the lace closure, the 4x4 that I showed you, that could run anywhere between $89 also over $100. So keep that in mind, that just the frontal without any customization being done to it, or any of these pieces without any customization, the price starts at around $89 to $100 for the lace the 4x4, and this one could start right around anywhere between $100 up to $200. The ones that I sell are around $150. So you want to keep that in mind. And if you're getting a good quality frontal, that means it's not going to start shedding and falling out. It's going to stay pretty full. Okay, so the next thing that I want to discuss is the and I'm sorry, this one you do have to use a adhesive to lay down. So whether it is a glue, whether it is tape, which I mean by wig tape. So make sure you guys understand the terms that I'm saying. lace glue. That means it is definitely something that protects your hair, that is not going to pull your hairline out. Tape that also is not going to pull your hairline out. So you have to definitely know how to install. If you do not know how to install in order to protect your real natural hair, see a professional. A lot of people purchase units from me and then they take their units to be installed by a licensed professional. So please, please, please do not be on Instagram and Facebook and seeing all these women, you know, with wigs that look flawless and you're like, oh my God, I want that. That is what Instagram is trying to do, is to get you, sorry, my dog is back again. So anyway, so she done threw me off guard. I'll be right back, y'all. Let me take her out. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I am so sorry about that. I had to take her out. I have this huge adult Rottweiler. Sorry, a huge adult Rottweiler, and I mean, she is a trip. She acts like a little kid and a diva all together. So while I was up and away from the camera, I grabbed a few things that I use to lay down my lace frontals. So as far as things that I know that really protects the hair, I use the Got to Be Glued method. There's several, actually tons of videos on how to use the Got to Be Glued method. And there's also tons of videos on how to use the tape method. So this is lace adhesive. So there are so many different methods. There's tons of videos on other products to use. You just have to find the one that works best for you. But these are the three methods that I use: the Got to Be Glue, tape, depending on how long I'm going to leave it on, and the lace glue, lace adhesive method. So based on how long I want the unit to hold and how long I want to wear it, I determine which one of these three methods that I'm going to use. So I will leave the link below on how to, you know, purchase the Bold Hold lace adhesive and the Bold Hold tape. So that'll be in the description box below. But also back to this, this pretty little thing here. So again, these have to be customized if you want it to look like, you know, a lot of the pictures that are on Instagram, you think they just come that way, and they don't. They actually come like this. All this lace is actually on it, and it actually has to be cut and customized. This is not staying on, so this is how they come. So they have to be cut and customized to the way, the grooves and shape of your hair, your personal hairline. So a lot of people do use, instead of bleaching the knots, a lot of people will then use makeup, a powder or a liquid or something to conceal the knots on the lace. Now, I personally do not use that method because I don't feel that it looks as natural as bleaching the knots themselves. Also, I don't like get the, you know, lace covered in makeup. That's just, it's gonna wash out every time you wash it. It's gonna come off, and you have to keep redoing it over and over again, versus bleaching the knots and just bleaching the color out of the knots to make it look more realistic. It's more permanent. So this particular method, wig or even if you're getting a sew-in and needed to have it tacked down, this method takes a really, I don't want to say a long time, but if you gotta have at least 30 minutes to 40 minutes of your time if you want to do it properly. So doing this method, it allows you to put the lace on. So basically, in a nutshell, when you're using the Got to Be Glued, I'm just going to use this one because this is my favorite, because it doesn't, you know, require for the unit to stay on a long time. So here, you actually put a thin layer of the product around your hairline. You use a blow dryer to kind of dry it and make it a little tacky, and then you put another layer on top of that. You can actually put up to 3 or 4 layers of this if you like, depending on how long you want your unit to hold. So in between, you're blow drying and getting it a little tacky, and then you are actually placing the lace around where you put the gel. Okay, so even though it's called Got to Be Glued, it's really a hair gel. So it's just a really, really firm holding gel that will not damage your hairline. So you're using a blow dryer to really, really make the lace and the gel really stick together. So that's what you're doing. So if you have that kind of time, you know, you don't have to do it all the time. I mean, for me, I may wear a frontal once a month. I'm usually wearing the 4x4 lace closure, something that I could just pull off as soon as I get home and go to bed with just a headscarf on and without a bunch of hair in my way. So that's what these are, and that's exactly to just go into the 360 frontals, which is what I'm wearing today. So I purposely wore this frontal for the sake of this video, just so you can see that this is still from ear to ear. So that 13x4 is still from here to here. But the difference is that there's lace already around the back as well. So there's lace all around here as well as the back of my ear to the other side of my ear. So that's why it's called a 360, to allow it to be laced around your entire perimeter of your head. This method and this style of unit allows you to be able to wear your hair up in a ponytail. Now, don't get me wrong, this one also allows you to do versatility as well. You have a lot of versatility whether you get a 13x4 frontal or a 360 frontal. Lots of versatility because you're able to part anywhere in this area. So you're able to part, but if you want a deep side part, middle part, no part at all, you have that option. So that is why a lot of people, you know, go to these type of units or this type of closure. And it's great if you know what you're doing. That is the problem with a lot of things that are going on in this world, these shenanigans. You have to know what you are doing. So going on Instagram, going on YouTube, you have to practice. You cannot expect to just get a unit off the internet and expect it to come flawless and undetectable as you saw on Instagram, because it takes a lot of work to get it that way. From, again, bleaching knots, plucking here and there, making sure that, you know, that hairline is just right. So you have to understand that they don't come the way that you see them online. It takes time to get it there. And if you don't know how to do it, again, contact a professional that knows how to do it. So I hope that answers a lot of questions for you guys. Now also, this is, like I said, 13x4. Sometimes it goes a little past your ear, past your hairline. So another thing you have to do is kind of cut. Once you have it on here, you have to kind of cut it around your ear in order for it to lay right here. Otherwise, it's going to be down here and you're going to be looking crazy. So this is not, if you are a beginner, this is not for you. This is not for you. You want to go ahead and get something that is very easy. I don't know what I did with the 4x4. I think it's over there. But you want to get something that's easy, that you don't have to get any glue or tape. So this one that I have here, like I said, I can just slide it on and slide it off. And it works out so much better for those beginners. You will gradually start to go into something more, you know, just more customized for your particular head, your particular style, as you continue to go into, you know, being more experienced with wigs. So if you have any questions, please comment below. Just go ahead and put them down below. I don't mind answering those questions. I don't like to hear if any of my people have purchased a unit from me and I see that they're not wearing it. So I do reach out to my customers and follow up with them, and I'll say, you know, hey, why aren't you wearing the wig that you purchased? And, you know, I hate hearing, I got it, it looked great online and it looked good on your mannequin head, and it, you know, your units always look good on you, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to install it properly, or sometimes it's sliding back. And you know, I would never ever want any of my clients to have buyer's remorse where they've paid $400, $500 for a wig and they can't even wear it because they don't know what they're doing. So with that being said, if you have any questions, comment below. Make sure you subscribe and like this video if this was a content that you really enjoyed. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye.